Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's later than you think. First, let's synchronize our watches and clocks. Everybody, please set your time to now. Be here now. Are we now all same time zone? I mean the universal time zone of now. Then we are ready to be fully present. So now, welcome again. This morning, we will practice Qi Gong guided by our friend Micah from Greenville. Micah and Jess were married in our temple 5 years ago, and they moved to Greenville. Now they are raising their beautiful 2-year-old daughter. Micah used to teach Qi Gong in our temple, and now he's going to lead a Qi Gong this morning for us from his home in Greenville. So let's everybody come to standing and join his Qi Gong exercise for 5 minutes.
Good morning, One Temple. This is Micah out in Greenville, North Carolina. I'm going to lead you through some Qi Gong exercises this morning. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is stand with the legs about hip width apart, slight bend in the knees, and we're going to swing our arms. All this is called swinging arms. The motion is actually carried by the hips, and the arms are just kind of coming along for the ride. And we're just loosening up here, letting go of any tension we've stored in our upper body. Anything that might have been hanging on from this week, just let it go. Release. Swing up, pat yourself on the back. Say, good job getting up this morning. Come to service virtually. Good. Let's slow down. Good. Let's go ahead and stand with our legs again with hip width apart, slight bend in the knees. Hands going to be at our waist, and the wrists are going to lead as we inhale up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Inhale up, wrist lead. And exhale down. Inhale up and bring your whole body along. Inhale up. And then exhale, let everything sink. Good. Let's open our arms very wide this time. We come inhale up and then out to the side. Stretch those shoulder blades back towards each other and then exhale. Come to the center and down. Good. Good job. Inhale up. Wrist lead. Arms all the way to the side, giving the world a large hug. Yep. Exhale, come back down. Good. And then last time, inhale up. Open your arms wide. And exhale, bring everything down. Good. Let's go ahead and shake it out. Shake the legs, loosen your body up. Whatever feels good right now to you. Okay, let's stand with the legs again. Hip width apart, slight bend in the knees. Let's bring our left hand up in front of our face. And we're going to turn out to the left. The palm's going to come out to the left. As we turn back to the center, the palm's going to come down to the center. Good. And come up to the right. And then as you come back to the center, the palm is back in front of your face. Good. Turning out to the left. Letting the hands sink, coming towards the waist as we come back to center. Coming up to the right, so turn to the right, and then back in front of the face. Good, and let's speed this up a little bit. You start swinging this large circle. Good. Out to the left, swing to the center. See if you can get that feel of that arm swinging through a circle. Good. One last time. Good. Let the hand drop. Now right hand in front of the face. I'm going to turn out to the right. Hands going to slowly drop to the waist as we come back to center. Going to swing up to the left. And as we come back to center, hand is in front of the face. Good. Let's keep it moving. Out to the right. Hands going to come out. Down to the waist. Up to the left. And then back at the face. And let's do this one more time slowly. Turning out to the right. Palm comes out to the right. Palm comes swing down to the waist. Coming up to the left. And then to the center, back to the face. And let's get that swing sensation. Good. Arm swing through the center. Swing through the center. Bring to the center. Good. And let's pause. Good. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this both together. And it's a little complicated, but I know you can do it. So left hand in front of the face, right hand at the waist. Let's turn out to the left. Palm comes out on the left hand to the left. Right hand's coming up to the face as the left arm drops. Good. Turning out to the right. Right hand turns as the face out to the right. Left hand's rising. Right hand's dropping. And these two circles within circles. Turning out to the left. Palm on the left goes out. Good. And now we're just going to speed up just a little bit. Good. And don't worry. Nobody can see you. So even if you don't got it right away, no problem. Good. And we'll do this a couple more times. Speeding up maybe a little bit once you got it. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and end with a couple of deep breaths in and out. Let's inhale up. Palms up. Turn the palms over. Exhale out, down. Good. Inhale up. Drawing all the energy in. Palms are down. Exhale out. And then last time, let's inhale up. Pulling energy in. Turn the palms over and out and down. Good. Let's go ahead and sit down. Find yourself a comfortable seat. And thank you so much for taking some time this morning to practice some Qi Gong exercises. And I hope you have a wonderful service.
Grace of heaven and earth. Grace of parents. Grace of fellow beings. Grace of laws and universal principles. Meditation is simple and easy. Anyone can practice it. Please take time to find your most comfortable position on the floor or in a chair. Now wiggle to release any tension in your body. Rock front to back or side to side like a pendulum of a grandfather clock until you find the point of perfect balance. Breathe in. Grab all your tension. Breathe out. Release any mental or physical uneasiness. Relax your whole body. It is okay to slouch a little bit if that feels more natural. Just remember to let your mind's eye focus on belly breathing. Breathe and listen to your body. If your body agrees, gradually sit up tall, gently straighten your spine without losing the focus on the energy in your lower abdomen. You may start to feel your lower back growing stronger and your chest and heart opening. Now open your eyes softly and look straight ahead with a level gaze. Without moving your head or eyes, let your eyelids relax and drift downward to their most comfortable place. While keeping your ears softly aligned with your shoulders, tuck your chin in slightly and let your shoulders melt away from your ears. Enjoy the sensation of your arms and hands relaxing. Now, bring your awareness to your tongue. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. While your tongue is relaxed on your palate, pure and clear saliva may gather in the mouth. This is a delightful sign of cool energy ascending. Smile at your calm and clear spirit. Invite your awareness to return to your lower abdomen, your Qi energy field. This is called Danjan, and it is located about 2 inches below your navel. Your Danjan is the power center for your breathing. Scan your entire body to see if there is any tension, especially in your face and head, neck and shoulders. If your face or body begins to itch, simply notice the itching and let it pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change position very slowly and quietly so that you maintain a calm stillness and honor the silence of those around you. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be disturbed by them. Do not react to your thoughts or pursue them. Recognize they are just thoughts. They will disappear by themselves. Continue to bring your awareness back to your Danjan abiding breath. When your mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation. You will no longer feel any distinction between yourself and others, finding yourself free from the limits of time and place. We are grateful to sit quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here now, deeply aware of our ever calm, ever alert spirit.
영주 전지연기하심정 만사여의하심통 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심정 천지연기하심정 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 만사여의하심통 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심정. Prayer for world peace, grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with the compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world. May all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts. 일원상바 일원 is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and most the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. You are manifest as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence, till one unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is, viewed as impermanence, till one unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies in the four forms of birth, we transform
transformed through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing, with grace arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Sangha Dharma Kaya Buddha by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of you one, and become one with the nature of you.
Now, Reverend Sån will give the Dharma Talk this morning. She has been with us for the last 2 months. 2 months following her recent ordination. We are so happy she is with us. Dear friends, now let us practice our deep listening.
Good morning, everyone. It's been 2 months since I came here, and some of you may have been wondering how I have been doing so far. I'm doing well, learning how to do things, and I feel a lot more settled down. Reverend Gong has been my guinea pig for the dishes I cook. Cooking is not my strong suit, but I try every day. One day, I asked Reverend Gong, "It's still better than C grade, isn't it?" And she said, "Yeah, maybe B minus, the lowest she could give above C. But still, I guess I'm getting there." Today, I'd like to share some episodes that happened during this past 2 months with regard to today's topic, Timeless Sån, Placeless Sån. Timeless Sån, Placeless Sån is one of the mottos of Won Buddhism. For those of you who may not be familiar with the term Sån, Sån is a Korean word for Zen, which is often translated as meditation in English. When you Google meditation, 95% look like this, the seated meditation posture. That reflects how much we naturally associate meditation with seated meditation. Although seated meditation is an important training subject for cultivating the spirit, the gist of Won Buddhist practice is timeless Sån, timeless meditation. Then what does timeless Sån mean? What would it be like to practice timeless Sån? In Chapter 7, The Dharma of Timeless Sōn, in the principal book of Won Buddhism, it says, as a rule, Sōn is a practice that leads to the achievement of freedom of mind through gaining awakening to one's own nature, which is originally free from discrimination or attachment. If people intend to practice genuine Sōn, they first should take true voidness as the substance and marvelous existence as the function, and externally be unmoving like Mount Tai when in contact with myriad sensory conditions, and internally keep the mind unsullied like empty space. If we do so, then there will be no discrimination that is separate from absorption, so that the functioning of the six sense organs will accord with the self-nature of the void and calm, luminous awareness. Here, absorption means the state of being absorbed in one's own nature, which is originally free from discrimination or attachment, thereby being undisturbed by sensory conditions. Even when involved in disturbing situations, the mind is undisturbed. Even when involved with greed-creating sensory conditions, the mind is unmoving. That is absorption. So, from the passage, we can tell that Sōn is not just seated meditation, but is a practice of being united with our own self-nature, which is the substance and nature of Il-One, and which is expressed as true voidness and marvelous existence, or the void and calm, luminous awareness. And timeless Sōn means doing so at all times, in all situations. But how? How could we be united with our own nature at all times in real life? The last sentence in Chapter 7 clearly states the main principle of timeless Sōn. When the six sense organs are free from activity, remove distracted thoughts and nurture the one mind. When the six sense organs are involved in activity, remove the wrong and nurture the right. Removing distracted thoughts and nurturing the one mind when you are free from activity is a practice that we all are familiar with. When you're alone or free from work, for example, meditating or taking a walk by yourself, the only thing we need to do is to remove distracted thoughts. That is the practice of nurturing the one mind, because when your mind is free from distracted thoughts, that is, in fact, the one mind. However, what does it mean to remove the wrong and nurture the right when you are involved in activity? And how can we practice it? Being involved in activity here means doing something with someone else or trying to carry out a task. The third head Dharma master Taesan, in his Dharma instruction about timeless Sōn, placeless Sōn, provided a very tangible how-to of timeless Sōn. The threefold study, namely cultivating the spirit, inquiry into human affairs and universal principles, and choice in action, is developed based on and in accordance with our original nature of voidness, completeness, and rightness. the threefold study is designed as the gateway through which we can be united with our own self-nature. So, Timeless Sōn, which is the practice of trying to be united with our own self-nature at all times, is in other words, simultaneously practicing the threefold study in every moment. And Master Taesan simplified the how-to of Timeless Sōn as follows. The power of absorption. Stop the mind's functioning until you attain the power of absorption. The power of wisdom. Hone your thoughts until you attain the power of wisdom. The power of choice. Choose the right and forsake the wrong until you attain the power of choice. And here is how I try to put these into practice. I needed to get my driver's license, so I looked up on the NCDMV website what documents I should bring and tried to make an appointment. Because of the COVID situation, not many spots were open, and the earliest slot I could find was in about 2 weeks at a driver's license office about 10 miles away. So I waited for 2 weeks. Today is the day you are finally getting your NC driver's license, Reverend Gong said. I brought the documents and drove 10 miles, and I waited in a line. And finally, it was my turn. The officer checked my document and said, I had to bring a document providing liability insurance coverage. And she seemed really annoyed, and I felt embarrassed. I thought, that was not listed on that webpage. Even if it is somewhere else on the website, shouldn't it be on the same web page as the other required documents? So frustrating. I'm so tired of these administrative problems. I drove 10 miles to come here. Waste of gas, waste of time. I noticed this train of thought, and thankfully, this one line from the Dharma of Timeless Sōn came to my mind. An opportunity for practice has arrived. I stopped my mind's functioning, stopped the train of thinking, and checked whether or not I was being affected by the sensory condition. The disturbance that arose gradually disappeared, and my mind wasn't moving or stirred anymore. And with a clear and calm state of mind, I tried to hone my thoughts. What would be the best choice I could make now? I thought I would email NCDMV about this so that no one else would experience that same frustration. And I shared this experience with Reverend Gong, saying, what an opportunity to practice. I think I was a little proud of myself. As always, with a big smile on her face, she said, it'd be a great story to share in my next Dharma Talk. It seems like the end of the story, but it's not. To write an email, I came back to my room and pulled up the webpage that lists the required documents. And there, I found a line that says, one document providing liability insurance coverage from a provider licensed to do business in North Carolina. I wasn't very careful when I read it. I remembered thinking, to do business, not me, and crossing out the item in my mind. I totally misread it. That's what had happened. When I realized that, I just wanted to crawl into a hole. With so much confidence, I had said, I'll email them. This should be fixed. But I was wrong. I was even more embarrassed. At that moment, the same line came to my mind, a little quicker this time. An opportunity for practice has arrived. I stopped my mind's functioning, stopped the inner speech saying something like, how embarrassing. What would Reverend Gong or other people think if they knew? It was when I stopped. I could see the conception of self, the ego, underneath those thoughts. The conception of self is just an idea created by the mind. At that moment of awareness, the mind was just like the empty sky. It was just void and calm, luminous awareness. There was just this awareness and nothing else. No self, no embarrassment. And I thought about the power of stopping. Why, among many other things, did Master Daesan said to stop the mind's functioning to attain the power of absorption? I wouldn't have been able to restore the original nature if I had not stopped. I would have continued to be caught up in those thoughts, embarrassment, on and on. Imagining the boundless sufferings that the one conception of self could bring. Embarrassment may be an easy one. I thought how fortunate we all are to have this Dharma. With the empty space like mind, I thought, what would be the best choice I could make now? I thought I should tell Reverend Gong that it was my mistake. The information was on the webpage. I didn't want to cause harm by spreading misinformation and deepening distrust in the DMV. Lastly, the power of choice. I put my thought into practice. I told Reverend Gong that it was me who misread it. These sensory conditions were not really difficult ones, and you and many others may be facing much more challenging adverse sensory conditions. Nevertheless, all those moments are opportunities for us to practice, therefore opportunities for change. The founding master Sotaesan's emphasis on Timeless Sōn was one of his many efforts to reform traditional Buddhism, which in some cases overly emphasized sit-in meditation or practices at rest. Timeless Sōn is what anyone can practice in each and every moment in their lives. Thinking about how much change this practice can bring to people's lives and to the world makes me feel so hopeful and happy. That is why I'm here. I am grateful to walk on this path with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Young, for your insightful sharing. We are so happy you are settling in and how lucky we are to have a wise teacher who is sincerely practicing the Dharma. Now let us have a moment of silence to reflect on today's message. During the moment of silence, in our live chat room, you're welcome to share one takeaway thought from today's practice. Thank you all for your sharing in our live chat. Let me read a couple of sharings. Laura Duty, smiling a lot at this Dharma talk. Love this detailed explanation. Dharma in action. So I'm trying to find what anyone shared one takeaway point. What practical advice for how to practice, showing how each step of the threefold practice contribute to achieving timeless and placeless Sōn, from Lara. RuPaul, timeless Sōn, everyone can practice in each moment so we can change the world. Thank you. There are lots of many comments of absorption. Thank you all for your sharing and your presence, sharing in our chat room. Also, without chat room, it's like creating our community energy. Guess what? There is an announcement for next week. We are about to celebrate our 1 year anniversary. 1 year anniversary of what? It is the anniversary of our temple's live stream. Temple's broadcast channel, Dharma channel. Yay, Grace from Home. Please join us next week for our very special program. Thank you all again for joining us, meditation and Dharma practice. Have a wonderful, lovely Sunday afternoon and beautiful week. See you next time.